On this one, I'm feeling very happy because it's going along like clockwork. And he's getting what he wants, and we're getting what we want visually. It's been hard work, but I think we're going to see some absolutely outrageous pages. The sort of pages when the reader says, my God, how did they do that?
Here we go now. Here we go now, like now.
Norman Parkinson, apart from the fact that he's been consistently at the top of his field for the last 40 years as a fashion photographer for Vogue and others, is perhaps best known for his portrait photographs of the Queen Mother and the wedding photographs he did of Princess Anne and Mark Phillips.
Stay.
Guy's got an incredible eye for settings and extravaganzas.
He's a man who strives for perfection in his pictures, I suppose, as one can see from what he's been doing here.
He knows how to go and get the picture, and we see eye to eye on graphic images.
He has a way of asking people to do things which it doesn't bother you because he's such a gentleman, and he is so English.
In airplanes and places where you see an issue of a magazine where you know your pictures are, you are quite interested to see somebody thumbing through the pages, and the great joy is when they stop and they go back slowly. And this is often a feeling of great pride if people stop, because that's really what one's job is, to flatter the reader and show them something that perhaps they haven't seen before.
Mostly, the model is nobody, you see. You're nobody, and you're wearing something. So if you get too important, you're more important than the clothes. Nobody wants that. So in this thing, they are trying to get both. I mean, they're going to show the clothes and at the same time get a personality to do it. And that's very good.
Two heroes. We've got the outgoing character,
Right.
very flamboyant.
Right.
And then we have the rather recluse-like, turned in.
We have talked about it, which characters we play. In fact, it's almost like a film.
We're going to make a big mess of so much of the clothes, and I want this to look very slick and very smart.
We have our pick of the whole marketplace. Of all the beautiful clothing that's available in the marketplace, we get first selections. We can tell manufacturers that we want this garment and not to give it to anybody.
The clothes are difficult to make look their best in the positions that the models get into for the particular photograph, and quite often we have to cheat a little bit by pinning them in, or even sometimes going to the extreme of cutting them so that they can relax more in certain areas for that particular position. If we didn't do this, the picture would be limited because we'd have to photograph it just in a straight up and down catalog pose.
Right, that's good. Absolutely marvelous. The role is played out.
Oh, it's nice.
Polaroids are very important for everybody's morale, especially the models. It doesn't come alive in their minds, and they feel like they don't know exactly what they're doing. When they suddenly see this Polaroid, they realize exactly what's happening.
Then the whole of that shadow side, there's a piece of white wall back there.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
See?
Yeah.
And then your head will be much better lit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Right. I think it's got exactly what we were trying to say.
I don't think it's the role of this magazine or any magazine to dictate fashion. What we try and do is present to our readers what's available on the market, the different feelings, different moods. If it works for you, if it fits into your lifestyle, if it fits into the way you're built and the way you carry yourself and your job, then you pick and choose from our pages, put it together for you personally. That's the thing that we're trying to get across most of all. Not that this is a page from GQ and you should go out and buy that scarf and wear it with that shirt with those shoes.
You live off the land, of course. You find locations, and sometimes you find people. As happened in this case when we found Pete, who was an absolute godsend because he's the real thing. He's the real Errol Flynn hero we're talking about. Listen, we asked you to build the raft, okay? We'd like you to do something else for us.
We'll see what it is.
Well,
I don't know.
basically, what we'd like you to do is spin some of the pictures.
I don't know anything about pictures.
No,
I don't even go to the movies.
No, still photographs. You know, Parks over here takes stills, you know, like fashion pictures, whatever. And we think it'd be a lot of fun, and we'd like to pay you.
I know, Mike. Sounding better all the time.
Sounding better all the time.
Here we go. I really want some action. And remember, all you can do from there is go down. Yeah, I want you to be dragging her and she doesn't want to go. Okay, let's go. Go on, that's it, that's it. All right, now. Wait. All right, grab her, that's it. Go on, now pull her. Take her with you. That's right.
GQ has become as successful as it now is, strongly due to the fact that we blend the images of fantasy and reality for our reader, with him in mind, taking from references that would be familiar to our reader, be it movies, old, new, fiction, history, but things that excite people, open your minds and let your mind flow with it, and yet interpret parts of it into your daily life. Not that you get dressed up in a white suit and become a movie character. It's ridiculous. But just to like free the soul of these readers in a way that they can put themselves into a white suit, walk down the street and be a little more special than the next guy, but without being a snob.
A lot of photographers work in their own back alley or out of a studio, but he's very much a photographer who tends to enjoy going to places where there's a challenge. And he's got more energy than I have. And he's, with all due respect, a gentleman who's a lot older than I am. But he can run me off my feet, working from dawn till dusk.
Fantastic, it floats. I knew it would float. Perfect! Dynamite raft, huh?
No, I think I am a dictator, and I think I'm a very demanding person. But I think this is the only way that it can be done. And it's just that when one comes towards a big shoot, I'm not a person who is unaware of the enormous investment that goes into these things, so that I must try and do my very best. But how do I feel as it comes to the end? Well, I feel sad, obviously, but the general aura that runs through my mind, the sensation is that we have done something very important. Not easy, but something that's very important. This is a team, and everybody's worked. And I think everybody has become saturated with the idea that this has been a very important shoot.